Yo yo, are we live? I think we're only 2,500 kilobits because I changed it because I was going to do another 24/7 stream. It's probably only 20 frames a second as well. Oh, 30. Oh, well, we'll scaled. Oh, this I haven't set it up right. That's a shame. Uh, yeah, it's only on 720. Ah, well, it doesn't matter too much. Hopefully it's not too bad quality. Anyway, hello and welcome to the stream, everyone. I missed the first comment from Lynn showing on Trovo, and then someone on YouTube, and then two more from Lynn and that. So anyway, it's good to be back. Me with my patchy streams. I'd love to do more, but I just don't end up doing it. That time is an hour out because we've had the time change. Where is it? Time. Here we go. We're going to be doing some Clash Mini. Boom. Then I'm going to talk about Supercell. But first of all, I did want to say that I stand with the Jewish people who were attacked brutally by Hamas recently, and I stand by Israel's right to defend itself. In New Zealand, there's been very, very little coverage of it. Whereas versus if you turn on Fox News Channel or BBC or Al Jazeera, all three actually hosted in New Zealand, and CNN. It's just non-stop coverage every day for like over a week now of it. Versus in New Zealand, it's like hardly anything. Like there's on one of our main ones, stuff.co.nz. There's not a single article about it on the front page, and then it's not in the top 10 most popular ones, which I think maybe it's due to the fact that New Zealand hasn't got any reporters there, but it just surprises me like how New Zealand there's just virtually no coverage of it at all. I mean there was more at the start, but as of in the last 24 hours, not a single main article about it in this stuff.co.nz or a top 10 article when I checked, which I thought was surprising. Anyway, welcome everyone to the stream. Shardlight, welcome, and Lynn, welcome. It's so nice to see you both again. Like, I do so patchy streams, so it would be entirely understandable if you no longer were here. But it's so cool that you're both still here, so what a surprise. I guess it is, because I hardly ever do it. Also, this is using Airshow rather than 360 mirror. I don't know why mirroring 360 stopped. It stopped last stream, and then I went to do it again this time, and even updated it. Still wasn't working. I was like, that's just not cool. So I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know why that's the case. So anyway, it's lovely to have you both here. It really is. So I'll probably stream for about 2 hours. I often when I do stream, it's late, and then I'm gonna go to bed. It's crazy. It's crazy how much Supercell's changed over the years in that. And I'm gonna talk a bit about Supercell. I always do. Because last stream, as of last stream, they had killed Flood Rush with an insanely short time of it being alive. It had like the shortest beta I think ever in the history of Supercell. It was like for like a few days, and then it was just gone, never to be seen again. I was like, wow. So there's that, and I'm not sure. Would be in 2020. That was a fair prediction. Fair prediction. I bet you to it. Yeah, we've just had an election in New Zealand actually. Yeah, which was I was a bit focused on that. Anyway, I'll just show you show you something. Just the main articles in New Zealand as of right now. So we'll go display capture. Boom. I don't think things are looking too good for Supercell. Actually, I'll just get rid of me and the chat ever so briefly. Then we'll come over here. So this is Clash Mini. It's not even in the top 100, I don't think, anymore. I've heard there's going to be a big update coming. Overheating. They had that overheating issue in that other one. Oh no, it's just that's it. So nothing major since our last one. I think there's going to be one more major one, and we'll get onto that. This here is stuff.co.nz, which I would argue is probably the most popular New Zealand website. Well, it definitely seems that way, but nothing about Israel in the first entire main thing. And then if you, for example, we'll click here, then it shows the top ones. Anything about Israel there? nothing about Israel there. On the main news site in New Zealand, nothing about it. And yesterday, on the 6 p.m. news, which is the main news time in that, for the first entire half an hour, not one mention. I'm like, is it going to be the first issue? Nothing. Wasn't the second, wasn't the third, it just wasn't even mentioned at all. Nothing about it. And then my grandparents watched the rest of the hour, and I don't think in the entire hour of news yesterday it was mentioned. Yesterday being the 15th, because it's now the 17th because it flipped over. But I was just astounded at that. News Talk ZB, I think there's a little bit somewhere, but like as up here, not there, not there, not there, not there, not there, not there, there. Here, there's this thing here because of and this was just an NZ related controversy because they lit it up. The Israel colours at Auckland Museum, which hosts a Holocaust section in it, memorial in it, and then so they lit it up, and then protesters came and covered up the lights, and then they're like, oh, actually, we're sorry about that. So it's like that's all the news that's not even covering the event. NZ Herald, one thing on the front, but even that, it's just one out of all of that. And even then, it's what's called a premium thing, meaning you can't even read it unless you've got a paid subscription to them. And in New Zealand, the media is very biased in that, so I would not want to financially support the likes of NZ Herald. Now, although understandably there's some people in the US like Dennis Prager who pay to get the New York Times, which is very left, but his job is to analyze and criticize and critique different media articles, so he understandably needs to keep up with that. And the thing is, I'm very much for listening to other opinions and other sides. I mean, because I was thinking today, I was watching TV coverage of it and that, and I was like, I want to hear what the other side's saying. Like I don't want to echo chamber myself. Like I legitimately want to hear what the other side is saying about it. Like I want to hear. Like why wouldn't you want to hear? Like what are they saying? What are they up to? What is their take, their argument? I want to know that. Like it wouldn't make sense to just be like, no, I only want to see this and that. I mean, obviously you have your sources that you trust and read and enjoy and that, but then to never want to see what the other side's up to. And then I was reading about the how echo chambers are a problem, and that one of the problems is like there's no way to objectively, well, not sort of, Google Trends helps a little bit. You can't objectively see what are the top articles because there's so many different sources in that that you can read. And you got The Hill, you got BBC, you got CNN, you got all these sources in that. And so it's like, if you want to see like what are they saying? Like what you can't just. There's no one source that you can just go to. Like you can't track all of them, and you're like, well, if I want to read some left slanted, or according to All Sides, BBC is narrowly in still the centre in that. But if you wanted to look for like left wing slanted stuff, it's like, well, you can't really find what are the top articles that left wing people read today, and that. Same with what are the top articles that right wing people read today. You can't really find it easily because there's so many different news sites that are covering it. And so but it'd be cool if there's just an objective thing like this article was the top read, just a summary in the week, like these are the top 20 most read articles in the week. I'd be like, oh, okay, Google Trends kind of helps with that, but still it's very hard, and you haven't got time to go through all the sources and keep checking every day or week what the top stories are. But that sort of contributes to the echo chamber in that, because you can't really follow, well, what are the top points they're making. That's just one thing that I thought. Anyway, that will do for that. We'll be going back here and looking at your chat. Supercell drawers, I'm here, I'm back. Bizarre. I know. The only thing I can put it down to is that New Zealand, that the media hasn't got any reporters to send there or doesn't want to. Because it's like, well, what if they haven't got a reporter there, then why the heck aren't they reporting on it? It's massive. So I don't know why. I don't know why New Zealand media is so undercovering, like compared to the fact, like literally for days, like every day when I've turned on Fox News, it's virtually always been, I think every time actually, about Israel. Over a week later, and it's like 24/7 coverage, or it must be so high because every time I'm looking at it, it's covering it. Same with when CNN was covering it most of the time I was watching CNN, BBC and Al Jazeera constantly covering it, or like a lot of the time, most of the time. That New Zealand media, not a single article about it in the front page of the stuff or in the top 10 articles. It's like, what? There's a major disconnect in that. I mean, US Israel, they're closer in that. But yeah, it's still very significant for New Zealand. Well, it's not as significant for New Zealand as for US, but it's still significant. Like, it's a big thing. Anyway, I don't know why they're not covering it, but anyway. 7 watching on Rumble. That's amazing. I don't know how that has. That's good. Oh, there we go. Yay! Wow, that looks so cool. So loaded up. Supporter, sub, moderator. Neat. And this is an offline thing that they've added now. So that has that's good. Thing. Boom. If we come here, front page. Live streams, because I might. There's so many. There's just a lot of. There's a lot of content. Rumble's doing very well, which is a great thing. Okay. We'll come back here. And we will bring back me. Hello, and we'll bring back the chat. Boom, and we'll do that there. Yes, okay, now on to Supercell. Dun dun dun. So, yeah, so Supercell there's been a couple of announcements actually. But anyway, this is my take on it, my hot take on it. Honestly, if Clash Mini is killed, I think Supercell's done. Like, I think they're done. Like, it's just I think just become a really bad diabolical. Well, I don't know. Maybe not diabolical. It's just Supercell is just okay. So this is the announcements they made. Well, one of the decisions I disagreed with was I actually read it. I didn't even realize it, and so I read it recently. That about a year ago they removed all the flags from Clash of Clans. You know how you had the cool country, not all the flags, but all the country ones in that, which I thought was really cool. In that you had the US flag, you had the Australia flag. I put the Australia flag because it was the closest I had to New Zealand. So I had that one there. I may have just had the Australia flag. I think I had 2 flags out. Anyway, they had different country flags, but it was like remarkably small. It was only about like 20 of them, which is sort of odd. I had the Nordic ones and then a few main ones, but the vast majority of countries weren't included. Anyway, Supercell then removed them in that, which I think presumably was in response to the fact that some players either advocated that the Ukraine one be added or that the Russia one be removed, because they had the Russia one amongst the few that they had, which I think was when they started the game way back in 2012. And so then they just said, okay, fine, all the flags are gone. And then they said, well, what we wanted is we want the game to be like a. To not be in the real world and that. It was like, yeah, but you put it there for a decade. So why do you suddenly just like, oh, well, no, we want it. It's like, I think it was presumably because of that, and then it could have caused some in-game fighting, perhaps. But I mean, presumably for country, you can probably still pick Ukraine or Russia and that, so it wouldn't have stopped arguing entirely in that. But I don't know. I don't think that was a good move to remove the flags. I mean, they could have added more, but then, I mean, even, was it Barbie? They had like a little image in that of some country stuff, and then that caused a huge controversy. And then Phil DeFranco, who was talking about it, said that it's so, then Mr. Beast did a video, and he had of every country around the world, and then it just blew up in controversy because of the fact that he'd used the wrong flags or all this, and Phil DeFranco said, he's a YouTuber that covers news, said there's just so much to keep track of. His team that does this production of these news videos has a whole list, an internal database of these flags and which ones they use, because it's so complicated. It's like, that's crazy. Because then it's like, well, Supercell could just add more flags, but then it's like, yeah, but then there'll be those borderline ones that are disputed. So. Yeah, I don't know. I just to just remove the flags. I don't think that was a good choice. But yeah, so that was one thing. That was actually a long time ago. But so 2 of the announcements that they've made recently is that I could get this up. I could get this game up. We'll just keep going like this. Which has made me think this is getting not good for Supercell. And by the way, when I say they're done, like financially, I think they're going to be okay. Like, I think the profits have declined, and there's a few reasons for that. One of them is this increasingly strict privacy laws by Apple and on Apple and Google, which has then limited all mobile gaming companies' abilities to monetize. That is one factor that I think has hit Supercell hard. Another one is and that's out of their control. Actually, three factors. So there's the privacy one, and then there's the loot boxes one. So the anti-gambling laws, which are actually hitting games. So and which I didn't realize at the time that actually the loot box has been removed from Supercell was likely not because they just wanted to change to a new financial strategy, but it was actually probably a result of other games were getting hit or about to get hit with anti-gambling laws, which loot box is considered anti-gambling. Because you don't know exactly what you're going to get. Although Supercell did for the mystery boxes in Heyday add percentages, which I think was probably a legal requirement. So then that's not as gambling per se. Well, I don't. If you know the exact percentages, then I mean it is a gamble. But I think that in my view that's fine. That system. Yeah. But yeah, so anyway, presumably because of these laws that were coming in, then I think that is probably why they moved away from it. So then that would have, and then it turned out that hurt their revenues. It appeared based on an analysis from Deconstructor of Fun, which is a cool article thing, that website that covers this stuff, which is so those factors had it, both the laws, so the privacy laws, that law, and then you had, what was the other factor, huge, so there's the legal factors, the huge oversaturation of the market. Like if you look at the gaming market, the mobile market back in 2012 versus 2022 and now, it's just vastly different. Like back then there was so few games out there that were like insanely cool, and so if you put out a banger, boom, it was off, and that worked really well for Heyday, worked really well for Clash of Clans, and it's still even as recent as 2016 worked out really well for Clash Royale, and remarkably even Brawl Stars, with the increasingly crowded market, they did do well. But that was 2017, 2018, which is many years. It's still definitely along from 2012, but it also it's as close to 2012 as it is to now, and I think that Supercell's boom period was 2012 to 2017/2018. I think that was their huge boom period. They went for it. There was less, the less privacy laws, less anti-gambling laws. Although back then they weren't using the that factor wasn't a factor because they didn't use that model in Heyday to make money. That was a Brawl Stars thing. I think that now with the huge oversaturation in the market, it's really hampered them in that. And so if Clash Mini dies, that I think is just I think just Supercell's done, and I don't think they're done as a company. Like they obviously survived, but I think reputationally, I think that will hugely harm their reputation, because I mean, effectively the Shanghai studio has failed, which did Clash Quest and Clash Mini, and if both those games get killed, and it's almost 2 years that Clash Mini's been out, and it's still not ready yet. And apparently there's going to be one more update, which will be the make or break. It will either be like, okay, we're going global with this, and it's just like, it's a good game, it's got some stuff to it, but it just hasn't got enough depth, and they've had 2 years to make it happen, and it hasn't happened. And how long do they want to keep, employing all those people to keep working on that game? They will have sunk over $1 million into it. It could easily be 2, 3, 4, 5 million. I'm not sure how much, but if you're paying the employees a good salary, and these are top quality people that they're employing that have these skills, that's a lot of, I think it's 6 digits. It's like at least 100,000 US dollars, euros, not sure exactly, but I mean, some of those top ones are getting paid massive amounts. Like the CEO, Alka, I think he got paid the most out of anyone in Finland, and there was other people in the Supercell list, so over €1 million. I think he got like 50 million euros. It was insanely high. So there's actually there's multiple Supercell people in the top earners in that, but that was with better times, although he probably still gets paid that much, but you get a lot of money, and so it's like, if the game's not going to work out, you may as well, it'd be more profitable to switch them to a new game and that, because otherwise then you're not only then paying them huge amounts, probably $1 million a year, to try and keep developing that game, but you're also then missing out on them starting on a new game. So there are other games that they're working on now, as far as I'm aware. I mean, who knows what happened to Clash Heroes? People still demanding it in the comment. Where is Clash Heroes and that? But to have both those games fail, and it's just been so many years now with just killed game after killed game after killed game, I just think it's just not great. And then two other things, two other recent policy announcements they made. One was that they are going to make it possible to monetize Supercell websites and that. So to like if you, for example, are going to train people up to do one-on-one mentoring for a game and that, which, come to think of it now, it's actually not that dissimilar to what YouTubers already do. I mean, it's sort of like kind of pretty blurry. Like if YouTubers are releasing strategy videos, and then they get monetized for it, versus if you're just doing a one-on-one personal training with someone and that. So that's just one element, and then also other types of merch and that. Well, not merch per se, but different things, different. I should really read the announcement. I'll get it up and that. But different forms of monetization of Supercell intellectual property which previously weren't allowed. Now, that inherently isn't I mean, I haven't thought as to whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. I mean, my initial reaction is, oh, that's good, because then people that can actually monetize this, and that's cool, because then they can make a webs, because otherwise currently YouTubers can monetize it, but then other forms of doing that you can't. So it's like, well, if they can make it monetized, then great. But I feel like the reason that they've done it is sort of, in my view, out of desperation, because the sort of, and I feel like it's too little too late, because they could have done this years ago. Like, why just now? Why just now? What's changed in 2023 after over a decade of, no, you can't, this is our intellectual property, we don't want people monetized, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, no, you can do that, you can. It's like, what changed? This is a question I always ask when things change. I mean, politicians talk all the time, and they're not called out for it. I mean, you want it to be that you can change if you believe you're wrong and change in that. But almost always people change, but they never apologize. It's like, whoa, you just said, it's just that, like, politicians do a major pivot, and then the supporters will be like, yeah, no, that makes sense. It's like, what, are you to admit that you're wrong all that time and apologize for that position you've advocated all this time, or that you suddenly abandoned? Like, you can't just change and just, that's it. Like, why? Like, what has changed? I mean, maybe Supercell's I didn't actually read it. I should really read these things before I'm speculating so much on them. But it happens all the time with politicians. It really annoys me, because it's like, you just changed and you just not apologize. Like, so are you admitting that then you have held a wrong position all this time? You can't just pivot like that and then just not comment on it. Anyway, so. But that's the question that I asked Supercell. Like, well, I don't communicate with Supercell anymore, but like, I'd ask, like, well, why? Why suddenly? Why wake up on the October 2023, and just actually know we're changing that policy? And my view would, again, this is speculation. Take it with a grain of salt. Just my take on it. I just think it's out of desperation. I think it's because they've failed to curtail the drop off of Supercell creators and that. Which since there's public creator codes, then people could be tracking actually how many creators are still there, because there's people publish lists, like in the August 2023 list of Supercell creators you can support, and no one had published anything or tracked it when I was part of it, because I actually did have a code that was SuperSight at the time, but as far as I'm aware, no one was tracking it or publishing codes on it back then, because then then people would start noticing. They'd be like, whoa, why did that creator just drop off? Hey, that one's gone now, and that. But I think and so now I feel like they're getting desperate to, like, oh, well, lots of people just sort of leaving Supercell, abandoning Supercell and that. Maybe we should, allow them to try and monetize, to sort of keep a few of them there that otherwise would stop. And I mean, I've used these sites and enjoyed these sites. Like one of them used to be like a base builder site, so you track your progress in Clash of Clans. I mean, I haven't used it in years. I've stopped playing Clash of Clans in 2020, but way back in probably 2016, I was using it. And then there's ones that would track your clan members and that, and you could like, it didn't track all of them, but it didn't track every clan, but if your clan was there, you could then save it right then and there, and then it would save the data in their base layout and their progress. And those sites were cool in that, so it's now that those can be monetized. But I feel like and there's one that was a real cool one, and it showed like the best raiding times in New Zealand and around the world based on when people were offline and that. But Clash of Clans changed so much in that, like the town hall sniping and all that's gone, that it's sort of quite different now. But that was the thing. So anyway, these sites can finally be monetized, and probably what Sahar did with the helping with the Brawl Stars website and that, the ranked lists, which were really cool lists, and that would finally be monetizable. But I feel like it's out of desperation that, like, because they could have done this for years before, but only now they've decided to try and keep a few of those people that sort of are on the websites and maybe sort of like, I'm going to leave. I mean, they did add a fan kit thing in like 2 years ago, and they have had API as an option. sort of. So yeah. Anyway, that's one. And then the second policy, and that, which I think this is in my view the killer, which makes me say Supercell is done. Which actually no, and I mean this is just a series of steps that have sort of led to this, which and then it sort of makes sense because like a few years, like about a year ago, they announced they're going to start focusing on computer games and that, which that is the ultimate insult to mobile games of the future. This is what you built your platform on, mobile games, and now you're pivoting, you're going away from that. It just totally disproves your whole vision of the mobile games of the future, because you're like, actually this let's try that instead, rather than this is, you were the mobile games leader. You're Supercell, and now even you are sort of have lost faith in the ability of mobile alone to be the cool future of games. And again, a whole heap of factors have made it worse, like the mass oversaturation of games on the market, which it makes it so hard to compete for players. People have very low attention spans and are just flipping from game to game to game. And since there's so many games, people are divided so much into all those tiny little communities, rather than 2012 where you had far less games, and so the few good ones, everyone would swell around, and then you'd have a heap of people that like watched the videos on them and played them because there wasn't that many good games. But now the market's just done with that. So anyway, so that, but yeah, so then Supercell, after announcing they're going to do this, now they've announced that two of the games, Clash of Clans and another one, are going to be available on the computer, and it's just like, and I mean, they've had this, emulator thing, emulators allowed or not allowed, or they're allowed but they just not get support if stuff goes wrong. It seems to be very wishy-washy, unclear what Supercell's position on that has been for quite some time. But anyway, they're going to release two of the games for computers, and I just think, what happened? Like, this is not where you started. This was not where you were. This was not your goal. Like, what's gone wrong? And as I've said, there's multiple things that have gone wrong. Some which, well, there's some things within their factors in that inside, that they could have controlled, which I think that they didn't do a good job on, versus external factors like the privacy laws, anti-gambling laws, oversaturation of the market, stuff like that they couldn't have prevented. But I'm not for, yeah, I'm against, not like ultra strongly like, no, this is ended, with them moving it to computers. But I am against him. Like, this is supposed to be a mobile-only thing, in that exclusive to mobile. Then you have this cross compatibility and the focus on that, and then people that then could probably far more easily get click bots that sort of go do and just like perfectly place it in that. I mean, I'm sure that's already an issue with emulators, but Supercell, I would think, would be able to track if things are emulated. And that, I mean, they could still have some anti-cheating features in, but I don't think that the anti-cheating technology was very good, for if it was, then they wouldn't have had to implement those limits in heyday on how many planks and that you could buy a day, because bots were such a concern. But I would think that they should be able to track, like, perfect tapping, or like, there's just no way it could mathematically have been that perfect. But obviously the technology was, well, I would think it wasn't that good by the fact that they then just added limits on how many things you could buy. Rather than just if you see automatic tapping, and so then having the computers then is like, I feel like that will just make the problem worse, and just the fact that it's then just gone away from the mobile thing. And so my response is, this is just desperate move after desperate move to try, and so that move not only is then like a move away from mobile, or like okay, because then they'll have to have someone that then works on the code to make it fine for computers and divide their attention a little bit. Which I just, yeah, so it's not only a move away from that, but yeah, I just think that, then it's like, oh, well, maybe we can get more players by putting it on PC. It's like, no. I mean, yeah, sure, you will get a few more players, but I feel like there's just desperation move after desperation move after. And if Clash Mini's killed, it's like, that's just, they're just, 2019, all the games they released were killed. 2020, all the games they released were killed. 2021, all the games that they released were killed, bar this one as of now. All the games they released in 2022 were killed. So they had like half a decade of killed games. And I just think it just is, so I just feel like they're just going from desperate move after desperate move. Oh, okay, fine, you can you can have our intellectual property and monetize it a little bit, and oh, fine, okay, we'll put it on PC, so then you guys can play it there if you want. It's just like, it's not a move out of strength, in my view. Because why now? Why now? Why, after all these years, you've been around for over a decade, suddenly just, oh yeah, no, we'll do this, we'll do that. I just feel like Supercell's done. Like, especially if Clash Mini's killed. Like, their reputation of as a mobile leader in that is just gone. Like, obviously, the financially will be fine. I think they still, I think, make a lot of money off their old games and that. But it's like you're not the same Supercell. You're not the Supercell of 2012 of 2017. It's a different a different deal now. Some factors that were out of your control, which unfortunately hurt you, and then some things that I think that you could have done a lot better, like maintaining the creators in that. Because that part of the problem with all these killed games is that the creator supply just dried up. You had no new creators coming through. I mean, you could have some that covered Clash of Clans and Heyday and that, and the odd one did, but largely there was not really any new upcoming ones, and instead you just had all the ones that tried new games like iPsycho and that just couldn't get any Carlos. They just couldn't get anywhere with those games because they all got killed. So you didn't get a new surge of Supercell creators through them. And then the existing games, you didn't really get many through them. And then it was basically just existing creators of those games that the sort of peak that was. I don't know when the peak was. It would have probably been. It'd been after 2015 and that. It would probably be 2017, 2018, 2019. Around that period, it was sort of the peak and that, but then since then, you just have creators drop off because you don't have any new ones coming through because all the new games are getting killed, and you can't really come through on an old game because like you've still got Galadon covering Clash of Clans. So if someone just starts doing Clash of Clans today, where's the audience? You're not just gonna have a whole bunch of new people that have suddenly watched that person, or people that have been watching Galadon for years just swap over the new person. It's just. I mean, obviously you have a few, but not enough to become a substantial creator of that. So I feel like their creator pool of creators has just dried up, and it's just gone further and further downhill. And a lot of them you're just not going to get back, even if Supercell does miraculously start doing well again. So many of them are gone. Like, it's sort of like once you turn off the streaming camera or video or whatever, you're done. And that. I mean, I've been sort of an exception in a sense, but I'm just so inconsistent compared to like 2017. It was like daily videos. 2019, 2018, it was like, well, no, it was 2 videos of Heyday every week consistently in 2017. In 2018 it was more videos. 2019 it was multiple a day, and then I've just it's just so patchy now because it's just that and it's sort of a vicious cycle because it's like, well, I didn't have a consistent audience when I was doing it heaps, and so then I'm like, well, it's sort of less of a priority for me, and so then I stream even less regularly, which then results in even less people, etc. and that, and a lot of people will just ultimately be done, which is just it's just sort of a shame what sort of played out and what could have been like. I remember it when it was doing really well, and it was like, this is so cool, this is so exciting. Both as a player, playing Supercell games between 2013 and 2016, 2013, 2014, 2015, 2016, loving it, and then in 2017 actually joining as a creator and being part of that movement, 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, and just seeing, it sort of rise and fall, and I feel like Supercell really has fallen, and I don't see them recovering from that. I just don't see a path forward. So yeah, that's just my opening monologue per se. That's just my honest thoughts about it. It's just Supercell's just done if Clash Mini is killed, because that's just half a decade of games gone. No new beta ones around. I mean, you got the squad busters sort of sitting there. We'll see what happens with that one. But it's like, it's almost 2024 and they haven't had a new game since 2017, which is just that didn't get killed. So that's just crazy. It's just such a long time. And so like they had the wonderful 2012 to 2017, 2018 period, and then 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023 is just gone. So yeah, that's and I don't know. I've said this for a long time. Who knows how long I'll keep doing streams and that. I mean, there's so many important things in the world to focus on and that, and I enjoy doing this and that. But there's also a lot of other things that I enjoy doing or are important for me to do. Anyway, now I'll read back the chat. Thank you for all the chat throughout it. There's a range of times. Wow, 10-second timeout. That's real short. Do you live lets me chat now? It's broken. Oh, glad it's back. Will we stream Brawl Stars again? Not Brawl Stars. I actually did I did want to do another, or at least start playing Rootland again, because but I've lost my account, so I think I probably won't get around to it though. Like, I should probably contact the developers and say, hey, look, I lost my account. I'll look back on my streams, find my number, and just say, look, I haven't got access to it, but here's my number. Can you please, you can check out my stream as proof, because I would be interested to sort of just play it a bit again and just see what it's like, because they've done a couple of updates. I think that game's going to die as well, but yeah. Few haters used to accuse him of just wanting money. It shows it's totally untrue. Did Rush was die? It did indeed. 2019. It had a very short lifespan, which I actually think was better strategy of Supercell, to just give them much shorter lifespans. Like things that, like, if it goes on for beta for over a year, it's like because I feel like the approach used to be either this is a gold game and we're going for it, green light, it's up, or it's killed. Like Clash of Clans and Hate It, well, they just went for it, and then Clash Royale, it's like, oh, a few days of beta. It was like 3 months, and then it's like, yep, we're going for it. But now it's like over a year of beta just for it to be killed. And there's a lot of emojis. I'm just seeing like eyes purple crying, face purple crying, face turquoise covering eyes. Boom. Oh, will we stream Rootland again? I wouldn't mind doing Ace Rootland streaming in. I wouldn't mind. Must be flexible to change when necessary. Maybe it shows that it's either change or die. Like in the old days, people had to. Yeah, that's true. Like technology. Technology's so brutal, man. Like, you know, you get onto videos and it's like, no, it's DVD now. Okay, fine, and fine, I'll change to DVD. And oh no, we're Blu-ray now. And then oh no, we don't sell Blu-rays or DVDs now. It just keeps changing so much, and just like the backwards compatibility is sometimes very low. And for mobile games, it's it's just outright gone. Like, you don't even, it's not like, oh, you know, you can only use the old version of Rush Wars. No, it's dead, it's gone. Whereas at least the videos you can still use, it just becomes harder with the less technology, like videos, like the cassette videos. It'll be interesting to see a Heyday stream. I feel like, yeah, no, I think that boat has sailed. I don't want to rule out 100%, but there's a very, very low chance I'd return to Heyday at this point. Like, if all my old Heyday videos just suddenly had a massive uptick in that, like suddenly they were topping the algorithm in that, and suddenly they started getting thousands of views again, and that, I would consider it. I'd be like, oh, actually, but it's more like the odd person going back and saying, I remember you, and it's like, it's nice, but it's like, yeah, so do I, but it's no longer that time. So I feel like it's time to move on. Yeah, most people from Battlelands and Heyday days, yeah. Man, Battlelands was such a good game. And then that company, Future Play, got bought by a gambling company. That's wild. I didn't realize till like months or years after that's what had happened. And that's why it would have been shut down, because they got bought by another company. Opening monologue. So it's starting to sound like Bill Maher. He does some interesting monologues. Although they had the writer's strike for 8, and I remember I kept checking like every week or few weeks. Not every week, but like multiple times. I kept checking back on Bill Maher's, waiting for his new rules section, but it was just nothing. His last one was just a picture of Elon Musk, like, and his laughing face, like, position in that. Bill Maher had this other channel in that, but there was like real long stuff. I liked his new rules sections. But then there was nothing of them for ages. And then I later learned it was because of the writer's strike. For Heyday face. That one shows it. This one shows it, that face. But lots of them are like just face, red heart shape. Emily, welcome to the stream. Hello. What game are you from, or do you remember me from, or are you new? Okay, let's open it up. Let's open it up. Hopefully it's not issues. Oh, you remember last time? Was it last time or the time before? And it took me so many attempts to get it going. It took like a full hour of like crashing and updating, and I hope that little tiny minor bug fixes thing for iOS 17 doesn't mean that then I have to update the whole thing again, and then there's not enough space. And it doesn't say there's any update, but neither did it last time. Maybe I'll have to start my iPad again. SuperSight's from New Zealand. UK Manchester. 5 watching. That's actually pretty good. Oh, okay. We're having issues. But we'll see. It's not even getting to the first bit where it tells me, would you like to update it? Oh, it's black screen for a long time. But actually, this game sometimes takes a long time to open, which is not a good thing. Oh, wow. I've still got the Clash Quest there. Get rid of settings. I can't even remember how I fixed it last time. And we'll probably just do it for now. I should just do like long streams of it, but or I guess I'll just turn off or restart my device. I love it how I'm still use it. Like I have to find my iPad, like this iPad. I call it the Finland iPad, but I don't want that to be misleading in that it has anything to do with the Finland trip I took in 2019. That was such a cool trip. I'm so glad I got to at least see Europe before the lockdowns and that. Although I feel like probably like culture didn't take a hit from that. I don't know, maybe it did. I feel like things would be a bit different for sure, but not majorly. Like I feel like the world could easily take a radical or rapid turn any day now. Which would then just change like society, culture as we know it. I mean, like for example, yeah, with the Israel thing, that's clearly changing it. Like Gaza won't be the same after that. No, I don't know. Could you even tour Gaza before then? I don't think. I'm unaware if you could. Anyway, but things could easily, rapidly change. A viewer on YouTube is in UK. Article 13. This is just like such a long screen, like black screen. It takes like a good 10 seconds to crash, which we got the Supercell logo. Oh, yep, I'm hearing it. It's on 0%. But I remember thinking, this is really not good. Like, this game should absolutely not be doing that. Like, for a lot of people that aren't going to be streaming it, they'd like tap it, not working, tap it, not working. After like a minute, they'll be like, nah, I'll find another game. Oh, it's saying updating. I really hope I don't have to update it just for that tiny thing of iOS 17 doesn't overheat. So anyway, there's going to be one final update to this game. Well, no, not necessarily, but there may well be one final update to this game, which is the make or break. I mean, the thing is, if they release this update and then it's like doesn't make the game insanely, it's like, well, how long will you keep going? Okay, we got it. We got movement. Oh, here we go. Come on. Why? There we go. Hopefully it doesn't get stuck on this. Is this game on the age of, or the, is it the game or the age? It shouldn't be the age of the iPad. My older iPad got terribly slot loading. Because I only bought it in 2019. And it's an iPad Air 2, which hasn't had that much use. Maybe it is that. Oh, I can't even hear the music. You're right. I can even. That's funny. I don't even know then if I wait for it to finish loading or if I just try again. Oh, let's just turn it completely off. Is that too loud? I can turn it down. I'll turn it up. There we go. Cool beans. There we go. It's crashing again. Do 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 do. Oh, that's annoying. That was muting me. Wonder when the big update will be for it. I feel like that will be it. I mean, it's had 2 years, which is the longest Supercell game in beta ever. Also, I actually have been playing a bit of World of Tank Splits. Not in the last week, but... I was still reflecting, so that should be fine. Not in the last week, but I played it for like about 2 or 3 weeks prior to that. Oh, there we go. That's some positive stuff. Wrong. They changed the currency so much. Okay, get that. Yay, we're onto it. I don't like that I can't hear the sound, but I think that's not an issue with the game. That's an ear server issue. Minis. Oh yeah, that's right. It's not really. This is side. Oh, that's right, because it hasn't been updated. Yep, we got these. Go to the leaderboard. What's this? Many news. News menu. Oh, 5 days ago. Oh, okay. Is that? At least we're in. Oh, here we go. Sometimes it's like external. Okay, wow, that's whoa, that's a lot. Okay. Oh wow, man, that was a year ago that they added clans. No one's joined. Well, one guy joined. 2 guys have joined. Probably just by chance. I don't know. I feel like there wouldn't be that many active players in this game. Whoa, we have... Oh, no, it's like... Well, that was the one where it only cost them like 15 or something to upgrade. So have we maxed all of them? Oh, hello. You. 12. Oh. Why hadn't I upgraded you? That's pretty odd. That's really odd. I can't remember why. Why have we got a 1 thing? Just that one... We have to get the gold pass for that. Oh, that guy was just on 15 days ago. Wow. Man, created on 15th of November. There you go. Guy Fawkes coming up. Watch some site on iPads. Playing some dinosaur games. Where is that thing? I feel like if the leaderboard's hard to find, there'd be just so many fewer people that would look at it. Is it this? Yeah, that would make it way less likely. Man, 16,000 battles. Whoa. 3,000, that's substantially less. Because what is my stats? It's like under 1,000. Oh wow, about 800. So 3,000 isn't out of the expected at all. Oh no, I've had 1,000. Wow, no, 3,000 isn't that many because I haven't played it that much at all. If I was playing this a few rounds every day, I'd be like way higher. Here we go. They can have their moment of fame, although it's 30 frames a second, so who knows. It's hard to gauge how popular this game still is, like compared to what's that other game? There's a YouTube up there. What was it called? Bomber Grounds. That was a good game. But that one just went so popular and then just died so fast. Just like when it was first released. Then that major update it did the exact same thing. That was so cool covering Bomber Grounds. Man, that was a year ago. There we go. home. That's quite a lot. The leaderboard's top, yeah, top 1,000, but no country. Oh, there we go, 100 messages, well done. It looks like a lot of coins. Oh, there's a limit. There's a limit. Hold up to 5 million. Limit on gems? Surely not. No. That's so weird. A limit on that. What was there? Wasn't there like a good daily offer of? I thought there was something with shards you could buy. Oh, that scrolls through all of them. Or was it you use your gems to get one of them? So that was sort of someone. I should check the Discord, actually. What are we looking at? We are looking for Clash Quest, Clash Mini. No one in the VC. There used to be people in the VC all the time. That wasn't like, that was like ages ago, but now it's very empty. VC. No one's here. Trovo. Oh yeah, I'll be back shortly. Then we'll do a game. Okay, we be back. Here we go. Here we go. Hiding. Ban. Wait, what's going on? I'm gonna get banned. And how are things going for you, Shardline? Has much happened in the last month? Oh, that was quick. Oh, hello. Buddy. How's it going, buddy boy? Pow. Oh, you can't move them. That's right. That's so weird. I do like this guy. Oh, he's gonna be stuck there though. Then it's like a massive thing. Oh, but then it's better to put him later. Oh no, but then if you put him, take him back. Oh, yeah, no, but then I'll hit him every time. Not much. What is the highest mountain in your country? And what is the highest mountain you've climbed in your country? Apparently Belgium doesn't have very high mountains. Every time I open a new package of cookies. Cookies are nice. Well, I don't buy many cookies. I actually never buy cookies. Come to think of it. Ever? I don't think so. Have I ever bought a packet of cookies? I probably have bought a. I don't know if I have though, honestly. I don't know if I've ever bought a pack. No, I'm pretty sure I would have. I'm pretty sure I would have bought one. At least one other course. I don't know. I don't go to. Well, I don't really. Yeah. Don't really go to supermarkets. Well, I don't go to supermarkets at all. Well, other than one on rare occasion. But yeah. Chuck that guy in there. Oh yeah, I do like a good. Oh, that's right. Oh, we don't want to distract him over there. There we go. Do like a good upgraded miner. He packs a punch. Ooh, this battle could go the other way. Oh, this could go either way. Is that 0 health or what is that? Oh, is that like a shield on top of his health? I don't understand. Anyway, we got him. I really buy cookies because I demonstrate such lack of self-control. Oh, we had a victory last time. Very nice. Oh, I'm getting these things. Well, they're not the healthiest thing, are they? Oh, that was from ages ago. Don't want to lose the streak. Oh, that's right, because you get the different leagues, but then you get rewinded when it's over. Subway cookies are the closest to my homemade. Wow. Subway cookies are nice, but they're like expensive for like the little thing that they are. Oh, I remember this guy. I haven't used him in a while, actually. I don't know what that thing does. Give it a try. Maybe it charges them up? Wait, it used to look different. Oh, whoa, that's like full-on charge. That's almost like max. Wow. Oh, I don't think I'm gonna win this battle, man. How do they have that many guys? What? 4 guys on the first round. What is this? I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys attacking me. That's ridiculous. Or maybe he spawns them or something. I don't know. Bruno. That rings a bell. Oh, is that his league there? I feel like, yeah, oh, he must do that. That's right. I think he was like a tricky guy. Whoa, I've got a lot of elixir. Oh, but that's a 3. Oh, that's a pain. Oh, well, I'll do some damage to him. 2s and 3s. Dumping cookies and tea. I have biscuits and hot chocolate. I'm for that. Oh, I think we're gonna, no, and then we lose the streak. Oh, no, hopefully. Take out that little guy, yeah. No, he keeps doing more of them. Oh, whoa. Never mind. Got him. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Boom. Okay. Oh, do we get 2 of those things? Oh no, we can't. Oh, you can't even get rid of them. Oh, that's such a pain. Do that. Oh, he can't be zoomed up. That's a real shame. Actually, this could go either way. Ooh, I've lost a lot, but I've lost a guy at least. Oh, that Zep, the guy with shooting arrow thing for me is not, he's not pulling his weight. Nah, I've lost this one. 5 watching a rumble, 5 watching, wow, that's amazing. I've been featured on D-Lab a few times actually, amazingly, which is cool, but sad, because in it, like, because of the reason behind it, it probably hasn't got that many people. Okay, that guy's gonna have to really punch his weight this time. Dissipate. There's 2 of them that need dissipate, but he's gonna be back there, so we'll try that thing whenever. I don't know what that is. Hi, D-Live. I think both of you were 2 of the people. Oh, did we just lose did we just lose our miner? No, I don't know what happened. I feel like we definitely lost someone. Oh, this is not going great. No. Quickly finish him. Yes. Nah, we're... Yeah. That's a shame. That shield thing at the end is quite cool. Anyway, cause yeah, Shard and Lynn, you're both ones to create heaps of the accounts, which was cool. Blue 6. Win 6 rounds. Play duels. Oh, well, we might as well do 5 more of them. And then we can move to the other one. This one that goes do. Well, I'm gonna zoom him up. Oh, but then, oh, we gotta go. Boom. Oh, but then he's gonna be stuck there. That's the problem. This is gonna be odd. Man, he's not taking much damage. There, guy. What the heck? He's still on full health. No. That guy's too much up the front. I need to get that other shield guy up in front. The sort of like not ones that do much damage. How is that guy so strong? What? Man, that at the end really did some damage. Yeah, get that guy in there. Maybe even that guy as well. Try that. SuperSight, your hair looks like vampire. I need to get cut. They still cut. There's like 4 guys. They're like not really hurting him. This is frustrating. Grr. I feel like we surely will win this one. The shield thing is a bit interesting. I think it's pretty good. Finally, gone. Man, that was tough. Don't cut it. There's more predictability if people can't move it, because then you're like, well, they could only, if you know it real well, you're like, okay, they could do that, upgrade that, upgrade that, upgrade. And probably some people would know which is the best one. Just like, that will do. There's like the old one that I don't like but most of them I'm like, yeah, no, I like that. Yeah, no, I think I'm losing this match. Man. What, but how does my guy get like 40 health or something? That's like wild. That's just, I don't like not being able to hear the sound. Oh, we get this. Oh yeah. You better believe it, buddy. Okay. What? No. Oh yeah, this. Yep. Here we go. Probably would have been better to get there. Anyway, this we're much stronger now, but so are they. Oh, you know, oh wow, you know, we're winning this match. Okay, that's good, that's good. We get to the final match. Only just, my goodness. Although then you got the 50 thing. Okay, this is what it comes down to. Stun, I do like that. Here we go. Bring it on, buddy. Oh, we've lost a lot. Now this is not looking good. This is no. We almost got the guy, the main guy. Oh no, we could with it. We could. Oh, it's not looking good. No. Oh, nah. No, we're not. That's such a crazy shield thing at the end. It's quite cool. Man, that was quite remarkable battle, but we lost again. That's annoying. There used to be bots. Some games I really don't like when there's bots, but this one I actually did appreciate it. Oh yeah, play 3 matches, win 6 rounds. Okay, play 4 more duels. We can manage that. Oh, and then we get in the mini pass stuff. Nice. Oh yeah. Very good. If people play this regularly, I mean, they would be so maxed out, because I barely play it, and all of them are maxed out, and my heroes aren't that far off being maxed out. So if you play this regularly, you wouldn't really be grinding any of your stuff, because you just sort of, yeah, get it. Oh yeah. Oh wait, was that the right one? Wait, did they just give him the second one? Oh, bother. Oh, wait, no. Oh. Oh, he didn't do anything, so... Whoa! Okay. They could... someone could just have heaps of bots out there that just then flood people with trophies, so then people that aren't very good get up there, so then they can beat them. Full frontage, I have heard of them. Provo's pestering me to spend money. Oh, another full frontage is streaming Clash Mini. No way. That's crazy. That's actually pretty cool, because like, I've actually heard of that guy, and oh wait, no, that was the right one. Oh, if he's only got one, anyway. I've actually heard of that guy, and the chances that right now, because normally when I stream, there's no one streaming it. So the chances that he, who I have heard of, is streaming it, that's amazing. And actually, yeah, then it's like, sort of goes a little bit against what I was saying earlier, like, oh, this is not looking good, and then it's like, well, there's someone that I know that's actively streaming this. I mean, I don't know him personally, I never met him, but they're definitely the name, it's like, ah, yeah. I've heard that name before. 5. I could actually shield my man. Although actually it's kind of good when he gets hit. Cause, well, no, it's not really. Okay, there we go. Never mind. Yeet. Man, he almost died from that. Oh, no, this is looking bad. I feel like we're gonna lose now. So if we lose 8. 8, 8, 8. Yeah, then we've lost. We're lower than when we started today. With a nice early win. And it's gone downhill from there. Anyway. At least we complete the achievements of play this many duels. So I can play them. Can't win them. I can play them. Oh, there we go. We got one more. I don't think we're coming back from this. Boom. Boom. Either, yeah, I reckon we go the full hog for that guy. That was pretty good shield, considering there was a 3-star guy. Oh, we are so done, man. The shield things are helpful. 4 likes, there we go. Is that, what is he streaming it on? On YouTube or Twitch? Or Trovo? I feel like Trovo definitely didn't take off what they'd hoped. I bet it was so much dependent on them spending so much money on it. Oh, we only lose 5, so. Boom, boom. That's such easy ones. Boom. Nice. Like, oh, boom, boom. Yeah, so I feel like it just hasn't really gone anywhere. Like, there's a new one called Kick, which has gone, like, way above it really fast. Like, this has become really popular. I think it's Twitch that's losing the market share. I'm not sure who reported on that. Don't think it was Phil DeFranco, but it was someone covering it. YouTube, okay. I'll look him up. So obviously he's still around. Maybe it is gonna go global. Oh, he's only a 13. That's such a disadvantage. Although he'll probably still win. Yeah, because if you're not at it's the 5, the 10, and the 15, at least on the old update, and so you can get more abilities possibly. Oh, he got himself. Oh, are we gonna survive this? Yes, we are. Oh no, man! I feel like the knight. What? I feel like he's got way stronger than he used to be. He used to be like pretty useless, but now his like shield ability is like really good. Boom. Kick is a new platform, yeah. I think it has. I think it's casino owned or like gambling owned, which I don't think's great. Oh, the Sky City CEO resigned yesterday. What is going to resign in late 2024, so it's like way. Well, 32 people watching the stream, that's pretty good. Yeah, Kick has become really popular. Like maybe even third. Like YouTube and Twitch are Twitch is the biggest, then I think YouTube, and then potentially Kick is third. I'm not sure, but it's certainly up there, like remarkably fast. I was gonna do a stream of the top 20 most followed people on Kick. Hello, Ankele05 on DLive. Oh man, is that a penguin? Did I get defeated by a penguin? I'm so not good at this game. I feel like I used to not be quite this bad. Although I remember I used to get really frustrated at it because it would seem so much luck based. Yeah. So like you'd play exactly the same, and then you just sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. But my default is to always try and analyze it, and figure out why. What can I do? But the reality is sometimes there's just nothing you can do. And I feel like that's in New Zealand with the elections. I feel like the media they overcredit. So like one side will do really well politically, and they'll be like, man, they must have run such a good campaign. They must really understand voters, and it's like, no, they just don't like the other side. It's just that simple. The other side is just they really didn't like the other side. It's not that this party is just amazing and they just so resonate, but the media, like, they're just so looking for reasons, and so much of what they say, it just seems so bogus to me. But I'm sure it would sound quite rational and reasonable to a lot of people. Like, oh yeah, that makes sense and that. But when you sort of take a step back, man, I got crushed. You're like, actually, no, it's just not all these reasons of, like, this party ran such a good campaign, yada, yada, yada. Maybe you lose 6 if it's, like, depending on how badly you lose. It's just because they didn't like the other side. It's just quite that simple. Like, obviously, the other, the side that won played a role. Like, they didn't do nothing, but I feel like it's people way over credit, say, like, attribute things that is like, there was like a tiny bit of it, but most of it was actually an external factor or this or that, which is sort of kind of like the problem what I have in this game. Like, you sort of like, oh, I just must be playing so badly today, and if only but it's like, actually, no, you can't win everything. That's the reality. And so when you lose, it's just statistically you can't win everything. Just like at Risk, like, some games you absolutely will lose. It's not like, wow, if I'd only done, it's like, you couldn't know. You did the best options based on the information you were given. And some games you literally, it would be impossible to win. Like if you played 1,000 games of Risk. One game, at least, you're going to have someone that just says, I don't like that player, I'm going to just attack you and just absolutely decimate you, and then you get wiped out. There's nothing you could have done. But it's so easy to always ask yourself, because if you do bad at something, it's a good question to ask. Well, how can I improve? How can I make sure that's not happening again? But the trap one can fall into is thinking that that you could have fixed or won everything, when in reality you don't win everything. Well, there we go. That's a lot, chat. How are you? I'm doing all right. Welcome to stream. How many wins do you have, SuperSight? I'm not sure. If I played 1,000 games, I think I'd won most of. No, I wouldn't have won most of them. So maybe I'm gonna go 300 wins. I can check afterwards. Oh, I could actually. Oh, never mind. Maybe the shield thing must have a timer. It's sort of just sad how bad I am at this game. Considering I was one of, I was the first, maybe first equal, but I was definitely, assuming my calculation was correct, the first player ever to max out my account in this game, way back in, I think, November 2021. That's so long ago, that's crazy. I maxed out my account, and I did it on the first possible mathematical day that you could do so. And as far as I'm aware, no one else did, which would make me the first player in the world to have done it. There was the possibility another player did it on that day also. You had to spend money in order to do it as quick as I did. I was unaware of anyone else that did, but it's possible. But yeah, as at minimum first equal, if not the only player that achieved that feat. Way back then. Man, I miss Everdell. That was just such a good game, and it would be cool if they do re-release it. The problem is that you need do that. Is that, like, in order to make a game really good, you need constant updates, but then it always has to stay profitable, because you need all these developers always working on it to make it stay really cool. But in order to do that, which board games don't suffer that problem, but mobile games do. But in order to do that, then it has to stay profitable. But in order to stay profitable, then that always has to be a consideration in the game making, and in which case then it changes how the game is, because there's definitely like a financial element involved. How's your stream going? It's going well, thank you. Is this your main game? Well, in recent times, yeah, it is my main game. Are you a Supercellian? Do you play Supercell games? And if so, what games do you play? Anchor 05. And have you found my streams before, or is this the first time you found them? I've done this. This is the 26th stream I've done on Flash Mini, actually, which is quite a lot. Quite a lot, come to think about it. Over the course of a long time. And most of them, about 10 of them or more, were done within the first couple of weeks. How long have you streamed like overall? 20. I did my first Heyday stream on this channel in 2017. Was it 2017? Man, that's crazy. It took me so long to sort of figure out how to get my laptop working in order to do it, because my laptop was not very capable. But we figured it out. We managed it. Boom, boom. There we go. So that's a hang of a long time ago, actually. 2017 was actually kind of early to be streaming. Now it's a huge. I don't know. There would have been a lot of people on Twitch back then, but 2017 was still pretty early. They got 3 guys left, which are all pretty high health, but we could win this, which would be very nice. Oh yeah, that shielded. Oh yes, yes. Let's go. Did we make it? Did we just win that? Wow, we made a comeback. Whoa, that's crazy, Shardlight. I found SuperSight channel on Zanzard YouTube video. That's what. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? Nice to see it win for once. Oh yeah, we're back at where we were. Who would have thought? That's well, yeah, I remember that from like 5 minutes ago. That's crazy. I wouldn't have thought that my comment would have done that. So that's cool. I need to play one more duel. Oh, and then we should get that one and that one. Man, yeah, we've really got through them, which is great. That's crazy. And Zanzard, I miss it. I miss the whole Battlelands community. Honestly, that was such a cool community. Such a cool community, and it was so authentic, so natural. It was just like it just came about. It was just so cool. Oh no, there we go. Yeah, man, I really miss that. Yeah, that was just such a cool community. It's just so many people, like virtually all of them were just brand new to like YouTubing and not gaming, but like they just came about. It was just so, it wasn't just like a new Supercell game where you have all these existing ones that just switch over, which is still cool. That's still fine, but that one was just so awesome in that. So it was just such a shame what happened to it. My logo is customized. I miss Sansa. Yeah, I can't. I think he privatized or deleted them all. Conman did the same. I think. Well, maybe he just left a few. He might have at the start. He left a few of them, but then I'm not sure if he then went through and knocked them all out, which was a real shame. Fortunately, I did do a stream or two where they joined me in that, so there's that cool memory of us on the VC. But other than that, yeah, I think the content is largely gone. YouTube channel has over 1,000. I just streamed it. No, very early. The old days when I was spamming in SuperSight. You weren't the only one, Shardlight. Visual arts, nice. Yeah, it's so sad not being able to see back those early videos. I do all streamer stuff. Second 3D artwork, animations, and VTubers as well. What's a VTuber again? I've heard the term, but I forget what it means. But yeah, nice artwork. Are you aware of Icy Tam Tam? $17? $31? Pretty sure it's... Oh, what chicken? What is a chicken? What? That's so weird. Oh no, that just shows the damage there. We better get going. When the going gets tough, the tough get going. Boom. You need any custom design? No, thank you, but thank you for the offer. Yeah, I don't stream regularly in it. Yeah, I'm not looking for that, but it's a good skill to have. So, yeah. I mean, I'm happy to have a look, but I'm not looking for someone to do that. is going to look up, what's his name? Oh, I was going to show you the stats as well. Shardlight, how many wins I had. We're looking, we're just going to search up Clash Mini. Boom. Is he still streaming full front? He's still covering. Yeah, that's right. I used to always think he was like way bigger than he was. I thought he was like one of the main ones, like with like 500,000 or at least 100,000 subs. But then it's like he's actually really small. You your friend in his science fiction channels? Not that I know of. Not that I know of. Me thinking 2017 is old days, Lynn probably laughing. Oh yeah, we got that and that. Nice. Oh, there's another one. That all boosts our stuff, which is great. Oh man, yeah. The other season ones. If I won 3 duels and won by 3-1, that would help a lot. Oh, play 3. Yeah, nah, because these are just helpful. It's just so worth getting them. Like duel, boom, boom, boom. We get so many resources. What's the... Oh, wow, 500 wins. That's... Wow. Man, I've won almost 50%. Although just today, it's probably gone under 50%. I've won almost... Oh, in a total. No way! Wins for Rumble. 192. What is that? Surely win is first place. Like, there's like over 50% of the Rumbles I've won. Surely not. Favorite troops, those two. First place. What is wins for Rumble if it's not first place, man? Man, I can't believe how many. That's a lot of wins. I can't believe but the duels. Oh wait, no, that's almost 500. No, okay, it's still over 50%. Wow, I didn't realize I was like that good at duels. But it's sort of hard because like they're really, really old stats, so my new stats would be way worse. 1960s. Okay, I'll just. Man, it is getting on, isn't it? Over here, full frontage. There he goes. This is me here. Wow, Orange Shoe's still making videos about it. He is actually remarkably popular.
These questions are
present day. It's quite remarkable. It's insane, really. Like his ones still get so many views, but not again. Nothing. Well, nothing like. More appealing? Question mark. What even game is that? Clash Royale. Man, oh wow. So there's still. Man, there's still a heap of people that watch it. But nothing like the old days, sort of like when they're like the Brawl Stars, YouTubers, and they get like 300,000 like regularly, like if not almost always. What's the other one we're looking up? Oh yeah, and Galadon. Galadon's view count is so low now. Like his last 10 videos, when I checked last time, were all under 10,000. Just look at that, 2.5 thousand views. There's one. Clash Clans on PC, yeah. That one's almost there, but just like so. Oh, there's another one, but yeah. So since that one, under 10k, under 10k, under 10k, under. I mean, the 4K views is more than I used to get. I used to get maybe 1,000. It's hard to even remember really. But it's just insanely low, like 2.5 thousand. Like it's just so few. I remember that type of video used to do a long time ago, like that real popular one he had. Considering he has almost 2 million subscribers, and he used to get hugely popular, multiple ones that got over 1 million views. Though that wasn't, most of them didn't get over 1 million, but he, they'd at least get at least 10,000. But now, there's just so many that are just so low, which is just incredible. Like it's sort of, I'd find it hard to sort of make. And he still does it like almost every day. Well, I used to do it every day, but it looks like he's dropped back slightly. But it would be, I don't know, it would be so hard to just do new videos, new ideas every day. Just again, although these look way shorter than he used to. He used to always have them almost all over 10 minutes. But now there's just like a 5-minute one, 5-minute one, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 4 minutes. I never noticed that, so maybe it's like a strategy to cut down on the length of them to try and have people watch. But like, it would be tough. 8 minutes even way back then. 8 minutes. It'd just be tough to just continually make, because YouTube's change of you could only do the double ad on 10-minute ones hugely made people like focus on 10-minute ones. It'd just be so tough making a video every single day. Oh man, was that? Oh no, I thought there was a different game. But oh man, he's had 8-minute ones for ages. I haven't noticed. But yeah, it'd just be so hard to speed. Oh, see, there's like a 50,000 one. You know, this one's at least 26 or 29k. Over 100,000 one, 27k, 26, 22, 31. I mean, these ones are older, so they've had time to clock up a few more views. Yeah, 42,000, 61,000. Even back then, which, oh no, that was over a year ago. Wow. Okay, that's crazy. But they were still getting like a lot more than 10,000. Most of views come at the start, so I doubt that lots of these ones that get under 10k will then rise to 20,000 plus. There's just so much content these days, it's crazy. But yeah, it's like just crazy. It would be hard, just again and again and again and again, making a new video, when you just getting so few views. And remember the days where it used to get tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of views. So it would be tough. Man, all those live channels I follow. Yeah, I've been meaning to put more live streams out. But yeah, that is rough. That is rough. And so he's a prime example, and it's incredible. He's like I think the only Supercell YouTuber of the old days that never took a break stopping from the content. All the other ones, like Molt and Nick at Night and so forth, took major breaks. Because yeah, I mean, we can look them up now. Chief Pat, how's he going? He was another major player.
Test 1 2.
Hasn't uploaded in a year. Maybe he's got like Chief Pat 2 or whatever, but that's crazy. And Molt.
I know. It's
made it to 1 billion. Yeah, but see, he's had so patchy, like he just like stops for a month, and I totally feel that. Like, I mean, and they did it before I was doing it. Like they would, I don't know, maybe not. No, I feel like even way back in 2018 or 19, they took a big break. But like he just sort of does like a few for a while, and then just doesn't do any for weeks, and it's sort of just like, and it's the, you know, like a what next, sort of like kind of like what I do, like maybe we'll stop and move on. And it's sort of like, you don't want to let it go, but it's just like the days of Supercell booming are gone, and so then you stop doing it regularly, and stop doing it regularly. It just, you don't feel like, you just get out of the habit of doing it, and then it, yeah. Is that OJ? And just that seeing these Supercell YouTubers do different games. Chief Hat was doing it for a while, but yeah, like less than 10,000, less than 10,000. Just, yeah, it's just crazy that what once was massive, and it's just gone now. Clash Mini. It's going 100% free to play. I mean, at this point, it doesn't really matter on the fact that you can already get everything pretty easily. Streams live. Is he still on? He is still on. Wow.
Oh my gosh, the timing of the E-Wiz before.
That's so cool.
Let's go. The clutch timing.
Yes, he only
oh my
22.
goodness.
It's just so
He's
tiny.
so
I mean,
mad
I'm
right
still
now.
bigger than him, and I just like do hardly anything. Which it makes me feel bad because it's just so hard to grow now. Like, I've known his name for like I think I've known his name since 2020, I think. Whoa, but see, only 4 million, I don't know, I'm just, to me, that's just so nothing. Like, because the thing is, I've got over 10 million, I've got 11 million views, and I think that's nothing. And so then if I see anything under that, I'm just like, that's so nothing. Because, like, I feel like what I've done is just nothing. Like, most of my views didn't get almost anything. So then when I see other people, like, 4 million to the average person, I often forget what to the average person things would look like, or how they think about stuff. But like to someone, they'll be like, 4 million, wow, that's huge. But I'm like, dude, that's nothing. Especially when I know that 80% of those views are like less than about 2 minutes, at least with my channel, or at least under half. So 80% of them don't even watch most of the video. So really, it's only 20% of that are actual views, in my view. Like, have actually watched the videos, which is there's a massive chunk of that gone. What's 20% of 40? 4 million, it'd be 400,000 for 10%. So yeah, that's less than 1 million like real views, in my view, assuming his channel's similar to mine. But he's been oldest. How long's he been in it? 7 years ago. Oh my goodness, man, that definitely, yeah, that's like the old looks. Oh, that's so early Clash, man. And he did nothing like that, and then a huge. That one looks like the Rush Wars. Man, that's so cool that he did that, the color thing. But yeah, so he's been doing it for a while. And who was that? Musa Tube. Surely Moose has stopped. Surely. I felt so bad for him because he had been doing it for so long, so many games, and he just got nowhere. There we go. That looks like his logo. But he had more subs than that. Oh, yeah, that's such an iconic, like, style of icon. Oh, Rush Wars! No way! Zuba. Oh, it's just like a tiny snapshot of history of, like, when Zuba was a thing. I mean, it still is, but 2019, man, that was when both the two were around. Musachu, why is... Maybe that one's gone as well. Is that the actual Zanzard? It is! He did a video! Wow, a video recently. Oh, there are his Battlelands. No way, I thought he'd privatize. He must have unprivatized them. That's so cool. Man. Oh. It's hard to believe that was over 5 years ago that the game came out. It's just like hard to believe. 5 years ago. Oh, it's just like, no. There was the circle video. It made it over 500,000 views. Oh. Did I not comment on that one? Oh, the screen and everything. At least he hadn't privatized that, but that's cool. But yeah, like full frontage, it's been out for so long, and to have only made just that, it's just like, because if you think about how so many of the YouTubers made it to over 1 million subscribers, Molt, Nick at Night, Galadon, Chief Pat, Godson, he was another great one, and then but even back then, some of them left to other games. Yeah, what is that? But yeah, see, like he's so patchy as well. Like 11 months ago, then nothing, and then it like, why just like this tiny little video? And then like he doesn't do anything for 4 months, and does a little video, then nothing for 5 months. I feel like they just do like me. Like I'm surprised there's not more channels just like hard stop. Like they're just nothing. Sort of like Chief Pat, like nothing in a year. Like this guy and Molt both like just keep patchy. Like they'll just do like 1 or 2 videos in that, and I feel like they totally have that lack of motivation issue like me, because it's like hardly anyone's gonna watch it, and then it's sort of like it's just not the same. It's just not the same. Like it's not 2017 anymore. Which is just such a tragedy for Supercell and then Supercell's creators. Okay. I did. I would have thought. He is famous. I can't believe I met him in Finland. That was cool meeting him. And Ricky. Ricky. Oh man. And multiple others in that. It's like, oh man, Ricky, such a nice guy. It's yeah. I keep saying the same. I just so wish things had panned out differently. Supercell could have been so much more, and yeah. But the thing is, it never will be. Like, I mean, it could be, but I highly, highly doubt that it will surpass its 2012 to 2017 prime. It just, yeah. It could have been so much, but now, like, since so many have left and that, it will never be reassembled. It will never be the same again. But neither is the world, and maybe that's a reflection of just how the world is so different now. And so much worse in many ways, and then it's reflected just somehow, not necessarily intentionally, but not necessarily directly, but I think there's a correlation with I don't know. That's a big call. I don't know if that's the case. I speculate. Well, I say a lot of things like could be this. Things that like I don't know are not true. And that. But I mean, you'd say, well, there's lots of conspiracies that you don't know aren't true, but it's almost certainly not. But I say things that I think are in the possibility of reason, of possible, which is still, but more than like almost certainly not. Streamers grow up, maybe get married, have families, start other careers. True. Zanzard is mate. He is good old Zanzard. Ricky is in the UK at prison. Lucid Tube videos. I couldn't see them. Conman 360. Oh, he was such a good one. Oh man, somebody written semi chow. There's another. There was Conman. There was Quack one of the. There was like a trio of them. I think there was one called Quackities or something that was sort of a trio way back in comments. That man, it's so crazy, like reminiscing of like years ago, like a history that sort of existed, but to most people in the world it would have meant nothing. Like it's just this little mobile game, and it's not even like a physical, tangible asset really. But like there's three of them, and like this trio of them right in the start. He did a few videos, but then stopped. There's Quack, Juicy Lucy, yeah. It's just like what could have been. It's just rough when you think about what could have been and what didn't end up being. Oh, what's happened to... Oh, there's the sound. Not now. Rob Flex, yep, that was another one. I didn't have much to do with him. It was sort of sad, like, as more people coming into it, sort of at 2019, I was sort of pulling away from it. And there was like a potential, like, should we have a YouTubers tournament and that? But I didn't really. Ox Lewis, yep. Ernie, yeah, I do remember all of those names, like very vaguely for like Ernie, but I do remember. Because he was that early, the German one, wasn't it? Ox Lewis, I remember he was streaming Stumble Guys, which then was like, oh, that looks like a cool game. Oh, bother, it's just logged me in under a player, which is annoying rather than the proper game center. Oh yeah, we're back. Cool. I'm just so bad at this. I mean, it's the nature of it is you do progress, but because you get achievements, but like, yeah. The German, yeah. Was that a misspelling shard? Or was it the same one? We got 1 on Twitch, 2 on YouTube, 2 on D Live. Yeah, we got crushed. No, we don't win this. How many screenshots of wins? With you, Shard, and with Sammy, and with Mobile Studio. Mobile Studio. Just like, did I tell you that I met the Future Play team? And it's like, yeah, I did do a video on that. It was quite cool. It was actually after the Supercell one. What are the chances that, and same with the Shipyard Games, that all 3 of them were located in Helsinki, Finland? Like, that was crazy. All the games I covered, all the devs I worked with. Although, as of that point, Go City, well, I wasn't covering it. But I could have met that team as well, which would have been hilarious. But yeah, the chances that all those teams of all those games that I covered... Oh, I thought it was him. Yeah, that's quite comical, really. We're all there, so I got to meet two of them, which was really cool. But yeah, I don't keep. It'd be interesting to know like what's the situation, for mobile gaming in general with other devs other than Supercell. Like I don't know what other ones there are or how they're going. Like because it just felt so cool covering Heyday and Supercell games in 2017 and 2018. It just felt so cool and it just felt different to what it is now. It just was real awesome. And then having the trip was epic in that in 2019. But I just don't feel like that sort of would happen much anymore. That the Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like that, but it's hard. I don't keep up with other gaming companies and like what's the feel of people. Is the gaming world different and worse now than what it was, or is that just a Supercell specific thing, or just a me specific thing? Mini golf with them, yes. Uh, yeah. How did you find my Discord? I I won't accept your friend request because there's a limit of 1,000 people, and I have 1,000 people, or sometimes they drop off a little bit because a few of them delete their account or unfriend me. But I have like hundreds of pending requests, both incoming out and outgoing. So, but you feel free to message me. And also, yeah, actually, yeah, if you have something to say, message me because otherwise I just sometimes people send me a friend request, but then they're like, like the notification like pops up, but it's not one that necessarily stays. It might be on my computer, and I'm like, oh, and then I miss it or whatnot, and then it's like, okay, now because it doesn't order them based on like most recent. It's just like you have 400 incoming requests. I'm like, I don't know who was that just requested. I missed it. It's weird because it's like that's so much from the old days of my time. Like there's almost all of them would be from 2019, I would think. But it's like because that just sounds so impressive. Like you had 400 plus people that pending friend requests. Like it sounds so impressive, but uh, it's really not. Especially since almost all of them were from years ago, and like almost none of them would probably care whatsoever if I accepted their friend request at this point. I mean, okay, okay. Uh, yep. There, I can. There we go. We have one mutual server. Oh, the SuperSight server. There you go. The thing is, because since I have 1,000 friends and over 100 servers, there's actually a good chance that that like just someone that just randomly adds me is in the same server as me. Like that's kind of crazy, but it does happen. Or has a friend that's the same as me. Because like, how there's over 1 million people on Discord. Uh, so what's the chances you have the same friend? Like, not very likely. But also, if I have 1,000 people as friends, that's a hang of a lot of people. And if you have 1,000 people as friends, either that's like 1 million. Oh, is it? No. What? No. If all my friends have 1,000 friends, that's a million people just through my network of people. I'd love to have it see a data visualization of it. Uh, or so either you've got a huge amount of unique users in that, or there's overlap, and it's normally a mix of both. There's overlap, and you've got a huge. But most people don't have 1,000 friends, so it wouldn't be exactly 1 million. Same with Instagram and that. Like that's what's kind of cool when there's like the overlapping connections, because you're like, I know you from. We both know each other in that, because the things if you have 1,000 people that you are friends with, which isn't actually that many if you think about it in real life. Like not necessarily friends with, but like you meet them, you see them like at least once a week or once a month, or have in the past. That quickly adds up. So if you have 1,000 friends and they all have 1,000 friends and they're not unique, that's 1 million people within one connection or within two connections, depending on how you say it, which is crazy. That's why there's like the 6 degrees of separation theory. Was it 6 or 4 or something? Yeah, there's like, I've figured out with a couple of people that I'm actually like, man, I'm within this many connections of them, which is actually really close. I think, yeah, because I think I did it with Trump and Biden, and I was like only like 2 or 3 connections away, which sounds so close, but there's like no way that I'd be able to talk to either of them. I love overlapping friend circles. I have followed a couple on Facebook to see the overlaps. Now I know that Ernie is another. Changed his name. Okay, I don't think I knew him then, actually. I don't think. I may have. Well, early, the German guy. I remember. Oh, that man, we were in 2v2. Wow. My progress is pitifully, painfully slow. Oh, there we go. We got a open 9s. We got to play one more duel. Daily quests. Good luck on that. I need to win a 3-1. I need to win a few duels. I do want to do one of those mix and match things. Ooh, that could be effective. Immediately effective. Might be surprised beside my oldest daughter's actually shaking hands and hugged two. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. 2 former presidents. Because how many was to be alive now? Jimmy Carter, Bill Clinton, Barack Obama, Trump, Biden, George Bush. It's like, there's one I'm missing. 6? I think that's all of them. Because Carter served before Reagan, but Reagan's died. She hugged Jimmy Carter and shook hands with George Bush. Nice. There's a lot of elections recently. I didn't realize. Because they're talking about on, was it Al Jazeera? Or was it BBC? One of those two. About the Ecuadorian election and the Poland election. I'm like, wow. Because we just had an election in New Zealand. And then they had an election, not an election, they had a vote in Australia on a referendum, on a constitutional amendment via referendum. There's a lot of, but I guess like if you have 200 countries in the world, like you're gonna, he's the one that, oh, does he not have that? You're gonna have like elections pretty often, although most of them would be sort of like not very important elections, like some small nations in Africa doesn't have significant world effects, but other countries like the US, that's massive. China, massive, but then they have one party, so that's, yeah, not an election, is it? Though they do have voting. They do have voting in China amongst amongst the people that are elected, and they did have one in the history of modern China. They did have one thing that was voted that got majority downvotes by one vote. This like bridge, like to build a bridge or a road tax amendment, like it was in the 19 somethings. So that I thought that was interesting. And then for Xi won again with like 100% of the votes, but the deputy, someone voted against the deputy. One person voted against the deputy. But yeah, there's elections. Yeah, there's a lot of like, yeah, the US one, that's I think that's the most significant one of them all. I mean, Israel, I think that's pretty significant. They have a lot of elections. Because they've got a very similar system to New Zealand with the 120 MPs, and you have these coalitions and whatnot. They got a 3.25% threshold to get in. We have a 5% threshold. Oh yeah, boom, 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 boom. Then does that get all that next batch? Oh, I guess those things. Win duel. I'm still at where I started. I'm below where I started. So are you interested? No, thank you, Anna. I appreciate the offer, but I'm not looking for that. Oh, bother. He's never gonna put it there if he knows what he's doing. Oh, that guy. We haven't versed many of them. He used to be like one of the worst units. Current events can get depressing and even scary. Indeed. Oh, I almost won. But that was crazy how their health plummeted. Would SuperSight stream again for 11 hours? I don't know. What I would say is that I would love it if they do. I'd be keen. I'll be down to do like a good week. Well, like just a week, probably 6 days. If they released Everdell again, like I'd be so keen to like just go for it. And like we did last time, but I feel like it would have way less competition, especially without Trimax. Like literally 50% of the competition was the Germans, and if Trimax wouldn't do it, which I very much doubt he would, man, it's looking laggy on the screen. Then that would be half the competition gone, and I think most of the people that actually were there wouldn't do it again because they were focused on Supercell and not going to just I mean, that's the thing. Like, so much of the economy. Well, I don't know. It could be that a lot of the economy of heaps of these players that spend a heap of money on the game is because it's a Supercell game and they're hoping it will go global. That I'm in that category, and I'm like, well, this is an investment. But then there'd be even just people that just play it, but they'd be like, oh, well, I want to be top, and so when the Supercell game is huge, then I want a maxed account already. But it didn't end up going global. But that could be a reason why people do it. So if it's just this other company now, then they'd be like, I'm not really interested in going crazy about the game. But I think it would be cool. I would be totally. I just loved it so much. Like we got a clan. We didn't actually get first in the world, but we did a super solid push, man. We were one of the top ones, and I was doing those graphs. That's right, those Excel graphs of updates. That was so cool. That was so cool. And Rootland was a cool one as well, but it just had very little competition. But we got first global for that in terms of my point system, which I don't think it was a biased system. I think it was a fair system I used. Yeah, we got first global for that, which was cool on the 2 rounds that I was there for. That was such a cool feature. Rootland added such a cool feature. But yeah, what was the other? Yeah, that was so awesome. With the Everdell, that was just so epic. But I stopped, but it tanked so quick. It tanked so quick. After a month, it just like went. But before that, it was like insanely cool competition. So cool. During the afternoon for us and early morning for him. The last crazy week. I was Everdell, but Rush was also that was yeah. Because I remember saying, I'm like, look, I'm just gonna see how it goes with Rush Wars. I'm not actually gonna get crazy into it. I'll just do the 2-hour stream. Sure enough, I ended up doing 6-hour streams and trying pushing it so hard. It was such a it was such a cool game. It had so much potential, but I think maybe my judgment was clouded on it because I was just so hoping it was gonna go global. Like that was my chance. That was gonna be it. And then for it, he put a guy there that got hit. But yeah. Maybe I'm just so disconnected because I spent over $1,000 on it, and I was just, so then I didn't have to keep getting those key things. So I was like literally out of touch from the average player experience, and thought this game is so awesome. Like I like thinking back, I'm like, it seemed like a real cool game, like, but I was possibly just so focused on it working out that I just couldn't see that it was majorly flawed. We finally got a victory, man. We have been so. Yeah, not working. Oh, we got. Oh no, that's back to the exact same thing that I was there and then out and then there and. That's silly. That's so silly. Boom, nice. A Korea one. Wow. We need to reach 900. Oh no, we're way back now. Win duels. Oh, and so you still get the XP in that. Be first in Rumble. We'll do a Rumble. Walter, oh yeah. But yeah, that was crazy with the Rush Wars, both the first week and the one of the last. Usually can't mod much now because I'm usually have my grandsons at school on Zoom. Do you play Idle Super? No, I don't. I'm pretty sure I've heard of the game. Oh, now you have to. Is that it? What? What? What have they done to this game? What is this? It's like the Clash Royale thing where you pick it now. But I don't think this was here last update. Oh wait, and you have to wait for opponents at this point. What? This seems very bizarre. This is interesting. It's a bit different. Clash. There's so like little. Like, I wonder what like. I wonder what they're gonna do with their other one troop. Although it's not the opposite to what you do which was what Clash Royale did. I'm amazed Clash Royale survived as well as it did. I thought it was going to be real tricky, considering, there'd be certain things would work and it didn't work and that. And they'd have to keep changing it to keep it interesting. Because I remember for a while, meta decks existed. And even Molt openly, and I really appreciate how he talked about how frustrating he'd get it in the game. Oh, we lost that. That's not great. Yeah. Did well in Squad Busters, Battlelands, formidable, often one. Okay, the Fisherman. I think I'll just have this as my last game, honestly. It's been good. It's been good. I don't stream slide. It's like what do I even how do I even end it normally? I show the stats. That's right. I used to even do the image every time. Restream costs so much now. It's ridiculous. It's like $60 a month. It used to be like way cheaper, like about doubled in price. And got worse because you used to be able to do like 10 or more things, and I'd go to 10, but then they cut it back to 8 and doubled the price. And so now I can't stream to Nemo TV unless I cut out one of these current ones, which I figured Nemo TV. Of all of them, I think Nemo TV was my. Yeah, making the choice of which one to cut out. I thought, well, I'll cut out Nemo TV. I was tossing up between that and a Freaka TV. We got that one. Nice. Bit time. This guy used to be so OP back in the day. I didn't realize how OP he was originally. Oh. Could pull him in. We can just like. Oh no, this actually could work real well. Yeah, nah, let's do this. Let's do this. I was gonna knock that guy back and get the wizard upgraded. Electro. Made a squad. Better shots tonight, but I strategy learned from SuperSight, so we do well together. Lead the squad, and No wipe people out. Finish this guy. Well, generally, you don't want to target him first because he has all the health, and it's better to take out his support first. Oh no, this is zap, 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 zap. No. Oh, I think that failed with the fisherman guy there. To not go as I planned. Probably hard to play on iPad compared to phone. I reckon iPad would be way easier. Cried when the game died. It was such a good game. Oh, one. That guy's still on max. Oh man, these ones, we haven't had these for. Yeah. I'm getting rid. I don't like the fisherman guy. I really don't. Oh, I can't get rid of him. Oh, that's so annoying. Arrgh. Oh, and I can't do a 2 upgrade. Oh, that's so pathetic. So stupid. I need to play on a phone. Clash Royale would be so much harder on a phone. It used to be like insane precision. Like if you put it on that square, then they went like round and that. Yeah, people like really figured that game out. Oh, we could win this. Survive this. If we survive this round, then we have a much better chance next round because then we get 2 more XP. But I don't think we're gonna survive this round. No. I don't even know what position I got, but Walter seemed to do pretty well. No. We didn't lose trophies. Oh, another one of that. Very nice. Do a couple more duels, actually. Yeah, I'll do a couple more duels. I gotta go. See you later. If you still streaming SuperSight, I probably won't be. Otherwise, see you in the next stream. Thank you so much, Shardlight, for coming by. Wonderful to see you. One of the 2 loyalists with Lynn. Thank you very much for coming by, even though I so patchily stream. Nice to see you, buddy. Have a wonderful rest of the year. See you next time. The dynamic duo, that's the one. But just did this properly, like just did like a couple of 6-hour streams doing it. I'd actually like solidly progressed. Like I just get through all those achievements and be in like a good position. Like I just am constantly like so like when I do play it, I don't play it like much, and then I don't really make much progress in it. Like I certainly do, but like if I just did like a solid 6-hour stream on it, like I'd make way more progress. Because who knows how long. I mean, yeah, I guess I'll be covering it when it dies, if it dies. Yeah, like if it dies, then I will. Because if it dies, it'll probably be within the next. I was gonna say 3 months, but probably within the next 2 months, honestly. Like if I feel like this massive update that's to come, that will be the big decider. And then if it gets killed, then I'll be like, and another one bites the dust, and then cover it because it's like, well, I've covered it. Because that's what I normally do with the games that I cover. The one that I didn't was Heyday Pop, but that's because I was banned when it got killed, because it got killed early 2021, and I didn't have a channel. I had got a Rumble by then, but I didn't really use the Rumble. Oh. Yeah, so that was actually the one game that I didn't cover that died of the Supercell ones. Adios. We're the dynamic duo indeed. Yes, very much so. It's crazy to think this game's about 2 years old, And I was in 2021. It's so long ago for me. Like, so much has happened in New Zealand since this game came out. It's quite crazy. Yeah, that was a crazy time, late 2021 in New Zealand. I remember I did like a real good run of this, and then I stopped and had like a lovely break from YouTube and that, and was just getting up to oops, no, I don't want to watch this again. Getting up to all sorts of other things in life, and that. Oh, there we go. We got that one. Beautiful. That helps a lot. If we could just win 2 more rounds, that would like get us so many. What the heck is that? Okay. No, I don't. No, it's better to keep him for later because you want to see where they put him. Although you have at minimum a 1 in 5 chance of hitting him on the first time, like sort of like probably a 2 in 5 chance, which then is like, and then if you don't have it the first time, then you miss out on that bonus of hitting them. So putting about, you got like about not quite 50%, although potentially 50%, because actually sometimes they do have 2 guys. So yeah, maybe about 50% chance of getting it, but also if you don't hit him, then it's a miss for the rest of the thing. Balance in life though, occasional imbalance can be fun. Balance is good. Did I lose that round? How did I lose that round? He had 1 guy. There's multiple games where the person has nothing on the first round, and then they do another. Oh, that worked out real well for me. So those 3 are focusing. I feel like I'm gonna lose this one. Oh, he's the skeleton guy, is he? Yeah, just with like a costume. Oh no, we're going down on this one too. No, this game is so hard, and I'm not good at it. So then, really doesn't work out for me. Anyway, I used to get so frustrated at this game. That's when I think that was when I was better at it, or at least thought I was better at it. Yeah, no, I actually was. No, that's right. I was in the top few players. I can't believe that, actually, thinking about it now. I can't, yeah, I didn't get to first, although I should have attempted to get there. But because it was based on how many games you could attack and what time you're on, as if you got bots and what mode you did, and yeah, that's right. That's crazy. I forgot about that. Another zap. Oh, we actually could win this. Oh, another zap. Oh no. Oh, gone. You know, if you played a lot, you climb in. I honestly don't know with this game. I honestly don't. Because it's sort of, because since you go up and down, it's not like Rush Wars where if you played a lot, you go up eventually. Like I sincerely don't know. Like this one, you actually require skill, just like with Clash Quest one. Well, I don't know, but then it's not like in Rush Wars you didn't, but I was actually good at Rush Wars. With these placement ones, yeah, I just don't seem to be good at placement ones. This one and Clash Quest, I just wasn't that good at. So this one, I don't know if I actually would. Well, I definitely would go up from where I am. I would climb. Yeah, I would climb, but not necessarily. It might be impossible for me to get, well, or very, very hard for me to get into the top 1,000. Maybe I would, maybe I wouldn't. But this one here, yeah, I was substantially worse at. But Everdell, absolutely. Rush Wars, absolutely. But this one and Clash Quest, yeah, I don't know. It's just not. I was not. I definitely wasn't good at Clash Quest ever. This one here, I was at the start. But this one, yeah, but that was because I had initial intuitiveness. So I was like, it's like, oh, a new game. Like I actually can have a lead on this because like my initial, like I could figure out initial strategy of a game and that, and so everyone was sort of in the same boat of learning it. But then I sort of can get ahead because I'm like, oh, you do that. I know what definitely doesn't work, so I can sort of this year on average works well, and it did. And I was, but then this one is one where people then figured it out like really well, like way better than I did, and then I fell back in the ranks of understanding. But yeah. But for the initial, I managed that, but I was unless I kept up with the strategy, I got overtaken. Although maybe if I'd kept playing, maybe I would have kept up. Maybe because in Rush Wars that was changing strategy, and I remember having the same concern. I'm like, oh, I've got this initial boost to being good at it, but then I'll inevitably not be able to keep up. But I actually did. I remember being really concerned when there's an update. I'm like, no, all my strategy's gonna be ruined because this update. Then I'll have to learn how to. But I did. I did. I actually did. But that one there was very different and sort of hard to tell because of the fact that you couldn't lose battles. So you always were moving up. It just maybe took slower, but then it was harder to gauge if you're doing terrible. Just like this one, like I'm eventually getting through the achievements. It's just taking me ages. And that whereas Rush was you could because that was a very different key metric, and I liked it a lot more where it was you could keep going up. Whereas this one here, it's so discouraging when you go down. Whereas in that one you just wouldn't go up as fast, which I just thought that was. You wonder like how much that like mentally affected people, just the fact that the different dynamic of going down versus going up slower. I think the going up slower was just so much better. Going down was just so hard. I mean, even way back in Clash Royale, Molt felt that. But yeah, I managed to adapt with Clash with Rush Wars, which amazed me. Then what was the other game? The other good game was builder base update for Clash of Clans. That was really something. Boom. Finland. Hamner Springs. There were 17 parties that were listed in the election in New Zealand, and there was one of them, and in an entire area of over 20,000 people, that party didn't get a single vote. Not one vote and over 20,000 people, which is insane. Like, statistically, that's crazy. Like, because they randomized the order of the ballots because they're so concerned that people just go in and just tick anyone just because they feel like they have to vote. But it's like, well, that disproves that people are doing that because you wouldn't get like it's more than just a poll. It's reality. That's like over 20,000 people, and not one of them ticked this political party, which was like crazy. Like statistically, that's just like that just wouldn't happen if you had even a few people randomly. Even if you had 5% of them that just went in and just ticked whatever. When you have 20,000 people, you wouldn't get a party that just has 0 votes at all. Which, yeah, it certainly, in my view, disproves the concern, at least in New Zealand, in that place, we need to change the order of the list of where the candidates show up every time, because otherwise people just go in there and they'll just tick the first one or tick what it's like. Well, that certainly ain't happening there. That is unbelievable. Out of 20,000 votes, and not one of them, which you think statistically someone would just have like it would be possible for someone to have made a mistake, although that's not that unlikely. But you think, like, because they might really like a candidate, because in New Zealand you get to vote for a candidate you like and in the party, and they might have had a candidate they really liked, and then they'd be like, oh, and the other one, I don't know, we'll just tick one. But none, not one vote for this party, which is like, and it was not like a whoa kind of party. It was just like not a very well known, like most people wouldn't even know who the party was. Yeah, so it was like, it was just like that's crazy. Like not like none, because there was 17 parties in that, but like half of them got virtually no votes at all. They weren't very well known, and got almost no media coverage. Weren't in the debates and stuff like that. But it's like the chances that you have like at a place where 20,000 people vote and not a single one votes for that party. That's wild. Yeah. Anyway, that will do me for today, for tonight, for this. win rounds. Win one more and then get that. But nah, that will do. That will do. We did terrible. We got like hardly any wins the whole time. But anyway, that will cut it. So yeah. What is those things again? Oh, 700 days. I can't believe this game's been out for 700 days. That's quite something, really. That's what is this thing? Oh, it's an event. So yeah, thank you very much, Lynn, for being part of the stream, and thank you very much, Shardlight, for being part of the stream, and Anna for coming by on DLive, and the other person on YouTube. I really don't understand how the citizens don't demand that all parties get coverage in my country either. I think it's appalling in the New Zealand system and that how it works. I think I don't think it's fair at all. I don't think it's fair at all how it works. Because like is democracy defined as just elections, like solely the process of voting, or is it a free and fair election? And that is that the definition? Because if it's a free and fair election, I honestly don't believe that New Zealand in 2023 or 2020 for that matter had a free and fair election. I genuinely don't believe that. Like it was just so blatantly unfair. Like some of these small parties, the media just gave them zip, nada. Some of the media gave no coverage at all, or if they did, it was like one or two just purely negative stories, or mostly negative stories about it. It was just, and the fact they don't get invited to the debates which were run by the government-owned entity, TVNZ/One News. I mean slash that was One News and RNZ. That's just appalling. Like you can't have that. You just can't have that. Like the government-controlled entity doesn't invite political opponents to the debate. I mean, but it's not like the same as in just anyone that disagrees with you, and they only had the government party allowed to debate. Like they had the opposition to the government party, but both of them, in my view, are pretty similar. So that is like they're just more than happy if those tiny ones don't get any coverage, because then it's just so messed up. Like there's like this electoral commission which is independent supposedly from the government, that like has the election rules or suggestions in that. And they're like, okay, we've got some suggestions. The suggestion is the 5% threshold bar is too high. You need to get 5% of the votes in order to get represented like a few seats in Parliament. We suggest that you drop it to 4%. And that. What do the current parties do or say to that? No, we don't want to do that. Of course you don't want to do that, because you're the incumbent parties, and it'll just make it easier for other ones to get in. It's like, of course you're not going to lower it. And that it's a conflict of interest. But then you can just say, well, then people should vote for parties that then don't that will agree to lower it. But it's so dodgy. When you have a crown-owned entity, a government-owned entity, having a debate and not inviting all the political parties to come to it. It's like, that's not on. And the media just totally reinforce it, including the private media. But then the media have got so much money from the government for that reason and other reasons, that they're just so compromised. It's just so messed up. It's unbelievable. And that it's just crazy. Anyway, that's I'm not happy with the situation in New Zealand at all. Anyway. It's just not right. Democracy should be free and fair, but some countries aren't free or fair, but include the word if a country's called Democratic Republic of, you should be concerned. The drawing to the attention to the fact that that there's actually a very good reason to be concerned about that. Of both the US is republic technically, indeed, because you got the Libertarian Party, which gets that it actually registered on in all the states, and the Green Party, but that only gets in some of them. But I I think that only gets in some of them. But the Libertarian Party does. So it's not only Republican and Democrat. Like, Libertarians actually have a chance in that. Not much of a chance, and not that much coverage, but they definitely have a chance. Like they can mathematically actually win. And they do have impacts in that. Like, there's one guy that's currently in one of them states somewhere. I think as he might be like a House member who is a Libertarian. But he ran as a Republican and then switched, so it wasn't like a pure Libertarian, like ran as a Libertarian in that and won. But yeah, so there's him, and then there was Oliver Chase, or Chase Oliver, in the Georgia Senate race, which caused the runoff between Herschel Walker and the other guy, Warnock. Because of that rule. So he had an impact. He didn't win. He didn't come close to winning, but that had an impact. But due to a law that they had to get the 50% outright. Yeah. So. Yeah. And then New Zealand has a system where they get, depending on like how big they are or how well they did, they then get allocated funding, government funding to spend on their campaigns. And then there's spending limits as well. But yeah, but it's like if you did really well, then you get like a higher amount. It's like. And it's like, that's dodgy. Like, that then just reinforces that, like, you did well, so therefore you get, this extra spending. Yeah, I think it's the extra funding, but that's then for a certain thing. I think that's radio and something ads, but anyway, it's not a pretty picture. How it's run and managed, in my view, it's very off. But then my view is then very minority. But then it's hard to actually properly gauge it, because since you have to get over 5%, ones that actually would change some of this stuff never get to 5%, because they're not covered by the people that don't want it changed. Yeah, it's so stupid. Yeah, anyway. It's been fun. It has. Thank you for being part of it, Lynn. Thank you to 24times.com for the time below. Thank you to Air Server for the changing. For the reflection of the screen. Welcome to the stream. Hello, hello. I'm wrapping up, but welcome. Yeah. Thank you to OBS for the free streaming software. Thank you to Restream.io for allowing me to stream on all the different platforms. Thank you to Twitch, YouTube, Africa TV, DLive, Facebook, Rumble, Twitter, and Trovo for allowing me to stream on your platforms. Thank you to SMG Studio, Hasbro for the background. Thank you to Lynn for moderating. Thank you for Shardlight for being here. Thank you to Lynn for being here. And Abdul, welcome to the stream, and thank you for coming by. Thank you to Supercell for the game of Clash Mini. OBS or Air Server? OBS for the free streaming software, and Air Server, which is the reflection of the screen. Yeah, they are different. Normally I use 360 mirroring for the reflection of the screen. I mean, it needs OBS like at its core to do that. But then it's an application that then allows, well, yeah, the reflection of the screen, as in, it allows me to mirror my iPad to the computer. So it allows that, and then OBS allows me to then show you that image. So it's both of them. Yeah, but without OBS, it wouldn't work. Yeah, yeah. So, yeah. I think that's everything. I'll just show the final stats of the video. I think we peaked at 5 viewers. 5 viewers ago. We briefly peaked there. Average 7. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. So how many people did we had? 58. Although some of them would have been refreshers in that. Although on Brave now, because I use Brave to access YouTube and whatnot. It now has like a thing where it says your internet isn't working every time on the thing, and I was like, what? But now I realize, and then it comes up with a message now saying you're using an ad block in that, and YouTube doesn't allow ad block in that. So they must have just changed that recently. Well, that's very blue. So yeah, there we have it. There we have it. Oh, I'm gonna enjoy some sleep. Hi, the Rumblers. Yes. Feel like I've said what I wanted to say, what I needed to say. There's always more to say. That's okay. Stream health. Healthy stream. Is that everything? Is that everything? The whole monetization thing's gone, so there's none of those metrics to say, and yeah, no members to thank anymore on that. But yeah, I can't believe they don't even allow you to view the metrics on it. I think it's a bit crazy. I think it's unnecessary to remove all that. You can't even see the data anymore. I think that's stupid. But yeah, play Clash Clans if you can. I won't be doing that. I did do the platforms, yes. Yep. I used to do the member thing, and I used to do the screenshot. I feel like that's it though. It just seems brief. It's like, is that really it? I think it is. I don't remember. That's when I remember. Well, thank you, Lynn. Thank you, Shardlight. Thank you to everyone else that popped by. Hope you enjoyed the stream. It was nice to do it. I always enjoy doing it. That's what's sort of sad, because it's like I always enjoy, like once I done, like that was great, but it's like, well then why don't you do it more? Because there's a lot of other things in life that are also great. Yeah, but I'm glad I did it. I'm glad I did it. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you next time, which hopefully isn't too far away. Have a wonderful, beautiful rest of your day. Good night, and God bless.